Welcome back to another edition of Here's the Situash. Now, has it been about a month since I've been on? Yeah. Does it matter? Nah. Okay. Honestly, you can blame it on Dylan. Dylan chooses to get a job at the end of the year, and now he's like, I can't do the pod. I'm in West Texas. Insane, you know? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Now, am I in my freaking NWO Wolfpack phase right now? Yeah. Let me just say, hey yo, you know? I think my dad's the only one who's gonna understand this. Scott Hall, dude. Scott Hall, when he was actually Scott Hall, is like, hey, yo. And then when he's Razor Ramon, he's like, he's just Scarface when he's Razor Ramon, you know? If you don't know Scott Hall or Razor Ramon, look him up. Pretty good stuff, dude. Wrestler. I think he's passed away a couple years ago, but definitely look up his stuff, dude. Great promos because he's just like, he's holding the mic. Is like, it's like applause and loud fans, and he's just staring for like 5 minutes, and he's like, "Hey yo," crazy dude. Yeah. Do I have this shirt and also a freaking Austin 316 Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt? You bet your ass. Okay. Yeah, it's been a freaking while since I've been on, dude. A lot has happened. First and first, mostly, if you're still subscribed, preach you either way. Because I don't upload super frequently. It just gets harder. Dylan's working. I don't have enough material for like a solo episode, or maybe I'm not feeling it, whatever the case may be. Hey, yo. Yeah, I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. Your boy finally got a PS5 for Black Friday. It only took me 2 years, but I finally got a PS5. Man, I'm no longer lagging when I'm playing COD, which is amaze balls, because on my PS4, I'm like lagging. I'm loading into the game late. It's just really annoying playing, and I get infuriated. But now it's quick. It's noise. Uh, Now PS5s usually run 5 to 6 hundo. I got one on Black Friday for like 375. Not a bad deal. Oh my God, yeah, dude. Uh, the PS4 I've had for 6 years that I bought from a friend who had it for like maybe a couple years. So it's like an 8-year-old PS4, and I was going strong with it. It's still fine. It still works, but I was like, I might as well get a PS5 so I can get the new Blops, get the new Black Ops, So I'm not lagging, and I'm shitting on kids per usual. Oh my God. Oh, it's been a while since you've heard one of those, huh? Dude, it is freaking 10 popcorn season. Now, 10 popcorns are the best thing. Like around the holidays, it's all about pecan pie. Like Thanksgiving time, going into Christmas time, it's about eggnog, obviously, and also the popcorn tins. You got cheddar, butter, and caramel corn, however the hell you say caramel. Oh my God, I wish I could stop burping. Dude, these freaking popcorn tins are impossible to find. It's infuriating. I remember as a kid, I see them at like every store, just the big tins. Now I have to like, I went to 3 different HEBs and didn't find them. I found them today. They're like hiding them by a self checkout area. Usually there'd be like on an end cap or by the doors, or, by the season section or whatever. No, they're not there. I had to like investigate around HEB looking for a popcorn tin. It was embarrassing, but I found it. So I'm happy. Now, can I eat a whole popcorn tin in one sitting? Yes. Is it good for me? No. Do I care? No, it's the holidays. It's bulking season, dude. I'll start cutting maybe next month. Maybe. But right now, I don't care. I'm gonna just get fat. I need to lose weight though, but what are you gonna do? Hey, yo. Dude, I went to, okay, last weekend, I went downtown Austin to see a comedian. But before that, I went to a restaurant. Dude, This restaurant was amazing. It has the worst name you've ever heard. It's called Ruth's. Ruth. I have a list, but I have a speech impediment, so it's hard for me to say. So it's like Ruth Chris Steakhouse, but there's an apostrophe S. So it's like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Now, is that the dumbest name you've ever heard in your life? Yes. But dude, it was so good. It's fancy, it's a nice high fancy falutin restaurant. Um, it's like a New Orleans. It's like a New Orleans style steakhouse, which I don't even know that was a thing. But basically, like any fancy restaurant, you get um, they have like whiskey, wine. They bring you like some bread and butter, and it's a steakhouse. So your boy got a ribeye. I got like a 16-ounce ribeye, ran me like $73, and I was like, well, I better be full the rest of my life for $73. Okay. I'm not one to go to fancy ass restaurants all the time because I don't like paying up the ass. Okay. I'm fine with a freaking pizza. I need to eat that at home and be fat for like $25. But dude, first of all, we started with the calamari, the appetizer. Fried calamari, delish. With like sweet chili sauce. It was basically like Asian calamari. It was so good. I got a ribeye. I think my girl got like a stuffed chicken, a roasted stuffed chicken or something that she loved. And for our sides, because they're like shareable, we got asparagus. Call me asparagus. Retarded. We got asparagus, and I was gonna get mashed potatoes, but then I saw this thing on the menu, sweet potato casserole, and I was like, "What's that?" Because I like sweet potatoes. Our waiter really didn't explain it. He was just like, "Oh, it's my personal favorite. It's one of the best things on the menu." I'm like, "Yeah, but you say that to all the girls. You must love everything on the menu because you work here and it's fancy." But we got it not knowing what it would be like. Dude, it was basically a dessert. The sweet potato casserole was a dessert. It was sweet potato on the bottom and like a crumble on top, and it smelled like vanilla and like pecan and like hazelnut honey. I don't know. It was basically you could put a scoop of ice cream and it's a freaking dessert. But it was a great side, and my ribeye was freaking delish. I wanted to joke with him and be like, "Yeah, can I get some A1 sauce?" Just to see the look on his face. Only fancy steakhouse is when I'll eat a steak by itself. If I'm at like Roadhouse or like Longhorn Steakhouse or like Outback Steakhouse or like some other steakhouse, I'm putting A1 on it because this place isn't that fancy and the steak isn't that fucking good. But at that Ruth's Chris Steakhouse was delish, dude. I had a winter Manhattan, dude. It's basically an old fashioned, but like winter. It was so smooth. It was an old fashioned, but the bitters I think was different, and there was like a mint flavor. It was so good, dude. If you're ever in downtown Austin and you want to go to a date night, anniversary, just a fancy dinner, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Look it up. Go. It's delicious. You're gonna pay out the ass, but what do you expect? It's a steakhouse in downtown Austin. You're not gonna find something cheap and affordable downtown Austin. You know. Um, and yeah, we walked. So I parked at a parking lot that you have to like pay for because I hate paying for parking. And then we walked to the steakhouse. Ooh. It was like rainy and cold, which really sucked. The one time I go downtown to walk, it's raining, and that pissed me off. And it was really cold and windy. But yeah, we walked there. It was only like a few blocks away from the mothership, the venue that we're gonna go see the comedian. We walked there, and then when we're walking back, it's already dark because we ate at like 4:30 ish because the show was at 7. Doors open at 6, so I want to get there in time. We're walking back, and of course, there's homeless people out the ass. Because why wouldn't there be? It's Austin. And there's a dude like just yell like this guy has Tourette's, but he's a homeless guy, so I guess it's normal. But I don't feel sympathy. I don't care, dude. Here's the thing: I'm not a freaking Democrat who's like, we need to we need to figure out how the justice system failed the homeless person. That makes them the monster they are. No, fuck you. If you're yelling if you're yelling belligerent things, get smarter. If you're causing a ruckus, dude, if you're being what's the damn word? If you're being disrespectful, Bugging people, walking up to people, yelling at them, like pushing people. Fuck you. I don't care what's going wrong in your life. You don't do that in society. And this guy was just like, he was looking down, his hands in his pocket, and he was just yelling and cussing. Like we're just walking on the sidewalk trying to cross the street, and he's just like, fucking shit balls. And I'm just like, great. I'm waiting for him, dude. I was waiting for him to walk up on me so I could sock him in the mouth, dude. I have no fear when it comes to homeless people. All I hope is that they stay the hell away from me, because if they run up on me and touch me or bug me or God forbid try to mug me, I'm not showing any remorse, dude. I'm going to town. They say, oh, you should be a pacifist. I'll pass my fist through their face, okay? I'm not with that letting homeless people take advantage of you and you be nice to them and they've had a hard life. I don't give a shit. You don't run up on people. You don't yell in people's faces. Fuck you. You know? So yeah, I had that guy like just walk. He'd walk by us for like a block, like right beside us, just yelling and cussing. I was like, dude, fucking walk into traffic or get the fuck away from me, dude. But we got to the mothership. We saw Kyle Dunnigan. He's a comedian. He does like a lot of impressions, like on the YouTubes and like Instagram. He does impressions, but he does like stand up comedy, and I liked him. He was pretty funny. His opener, he had a Brian. His opener is Brian something. That dude was pretty funny. And then he had like a female MC feature. Like she opened and like hosted, and then the opener did like maybe 15, 20, and then Kyle did like hour or so. And surprise, surprise, the woman was not funny. I've only seen like two funny comics that are like women, and I only remember like what are their names. So, I'm not trying to be misogynist, but like, I don't know if it's because a woman goes up on stage and the whole crowd is, it's like we know we're not going to laugh, and then it makes it worse. So, yeah, if I see a woman go on stage, I need to like be better at like just being in the moment, have an open mind. Because half the time you see a woman come up and you're like, I'm not gonna laugh, and then I don't laugh, and I'm like, who would have thought? Who would have thought? You know. That's not to say women aren't funny. Some women are funny. Some, just like some men are funny, dude. Not all guys are funny. I bombed, dude. I went to Wake the Dead a few weeks ago. I bombed my ass off, dude. Now, did the guy in front of me also bomb? Yes. Did that make me feel better? No, dude. I did like I didn't even do new jokes. I did like shit I've done in the past because it had been a while since I'd been on stage, and I still bought like ate shit. I think I got a couple chuckles out of the whole 3 minute set. I wanted to die after eating shit. I was like, you know what? I guess I'm never getting on stage again, because why would I? Hey, yo. So yeah, I totally understand. Dude, you think when I go on stage, people think they're going to laugh their ass off? I probably piss people off when I go on stage. Just look at my face, dude. I know I look like an asshole. I know I look like a douchey boyfriend who talks about UFC. I know what I look like. So it makes it harder for me to like get laughs. But that works in my favor. That makes me work harder. It makes me try extra hard to write a funny ass diarrhea joke. So stupid, dude. But yeah, dude, mothership. Dude, the old fashioned I had there was not great. I was disappointed. After leaving the steakhouse, I had two at the steakhouse, and then I had one at the mothership. It was not great. I don't know what they did. Last time I was at the mothership, the old fashioned was delish. But this recent time, I was like, this ain't it, dog. This ain't it. It just tastes like a whiskey. I didn't even taste the bitters or the damn syrup or whatever they use. But yeah, dude. Other news. Oh, yesterday I went to my sister's gender reveal party. Now, is she having a boy or girl? I was hoping to have a boy because I feel like we have enough girls in the family, and to my luck, she had a girl, or she's having a girl. So I'm gonna have another niece, which is, I mean, good God, just headache central, dude. I mean, thank God I'm not the parent, but my sister's gonna go insane because her boyfriend's probably gonna be working all the time. So she's just gonna be at home with or without my parents, just going insane, dude. Yeah, I saw family that I usually don't really see. Oh yeah, we had to take our dog. So yesterday we dropped off our dog at this veterinarian that's gonna like move her to another shelter or something. So my girl, about a month ago, decided to adopt. It was like right before Thanksgiving. She decided to adopt a dog or foster a dog because a dog was like about to get put down at a shelter. Like she was at a shelter where they put down dogs, I guess, if they're sick or had surgery or whatever the case. And this dog had some kind of surgery, a cyst, I think. I don't really remember. And basically, Kaylee saved her life. She she like I think she saw on Instagram like urgent, please someone take care of this dog or it's gonna get put down. Which is like, why would you put that on Instagram? I mean, I guess it worked because you're trying to save the dog's life, but also what a dick thing to be like, if you don't save this dog, she's gonna die. Like, what a shitty thing to do. But I don't know how shelters work. I'm not big into pets and animals and all that kind of shit, so I don't know. But my girl decided to adopt the dog or foster the dog, and just a real pain in the ass it was. Which I understand. It's scared. It almost died. It's a baby. I think it was like a few months old or something. Pretty big dog. I don't know what kind of dog it was. That's also annoying. We fostered a dog that I didn't know what kind it was, and that was annoying. I wish I wish we could have gotten the dog from birth and got it as a baby puppy, so I could still not know what kind of dog it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, so she basically took care of the dog because I'm working and she works from home, so she has to like watch the dog. But the dog was just terrorizing the cat, terrorizing Whiskey. Whiskey started to like get kind of sick or have some kind of issue, ripping up carpet. The dog was chewing on shoes. When I would come home, she would bark at me, and I'm like, dude, all I gotta do is follow the snap of a finger, and you're gone. You know, you're in my home, and you're gonna bark at me after a long day of work, dude. Okay, okay. Also, her name was Paletta, which is a terrible name. Paletta. I've never heard that kind of name in my life. It must be a dog name. Paletta. But yeah, it was about a month of, I guess, just Kaylee stressed out, going through hell, feeling like the house isn't super clean because the dog was, barking, whining, crying, pissing, and shitting. She would take her outside, and sometimes she would go, and if not, 10 minutes later, she goes inside, and that's always a pain in the ass. So, she at least rescued the dog's life, saved her for like a month, and, she couldn't take it kind of. We already have a cat, we have a house that we're renting, so she works from home, but it's hard to work on your computer and stuff and have the dog go around causing chaos. So we dropped off Paletta at the like a vet in Victoria, and then went straight to my sister's gender reveal party from there. So yeah, it's been like a hectic month, more for her, for Kaylee, because I'm at work Monday through Friday, just hating it, just living my sucky life, just hating it. Like she's taking care of her Whiskey and Paletta and cooking and cleaning, having to clean more because of the pets, and it's stressful as hell. I get it. And it's been cold as hell, dude. It was like low 30s, high 50s for this whole week. And then yesterday, or the day of the gender reveal, it's like raining and humid and shitty. And I'm like, what are the odds, huh? What are the fucking odds? Yeah, so that's what's been going on in my life. Um, oh, dude, a show review of The Penguin. If you haven't seen The Penguin, just pause this and go watch it and come back to this, okay? It's only 8 episodes. It's only like 8 hours. The Penguin on HBO Max, pretty good show. I was expecting to like it because everyone said it's more. It's not like a actual DC superhero villain show, whatever. It's basically like it's basically The Sopranos if it took place in like Gotham. You know what I mean? Is it called Gotham City? What's the city called in Batman? Who cares? Yeah, it's basically like a drama, mob, mafia, drug, crime show, which is so much better than any Marvel DC movie or show. Because why? It's entertaining, it's realistic, and it's not fucking stupid. All this multiverse bullshit, all this so and so died, but oh, they actually didn't die because there's infinite universes. Go to hell. No one cares. Stop trying to capitalize and make money by killing off and bringing back the same fucking characters for 10 years. DC makes some pretty shit movies, I guess, but they're the Penguin. They just saved DC with that, and they're making like two more Batmans. And am I gonna watch them because Robert Pattinson's Batman? Yeah. Are they gonna have a fucking Nirvana song in it? Hopefully. That's kind of fits the vibe. Something in the way. But yeah, dude, it covers the uh, what's his name? Oswald Oz Cobb. His name is Oz Cobb. Terrible name. That's why he goes by Penguin, I guess. Yes, about him, his upbringing, why he's the man he is. I assume going into the show that like he's a villain, but he's maybe misunderstood. And then you watch the whole show and you're like, oh, he's a monster. Like he's a real piece of shit. It's still a good show though. The show's basically like full of villains. There's really no good people. There are people that you can sympathize with and be like, maybe this person got did wrong, so that's why they're the way they are. Maybe this person didn't deserve this, but all in all, there are pretty shitty people. But it's about the villains. It's about Batman villains. It's not about, superheroes and, the greater good. It's about, poor, like evil, just crime families and gangsters and shit. Really good show. Yeah, Colin Farrell's pretty good as a penguin. After a while, I kind of forget it's him. You just think it's some like old fat guy who's like walking with a limp. He's a penguin, so he's like he walks like that, and he always makes a noise with his feet. Yeah, good show. Crime, action, drama, good storytelling for sure. Because I don't follow a lot of DC Marvel shit, so I don't know like this backstory is the best. Like I don't know about backstories and bullshit, but this is really good. I don't know if there's going to be another season. They obviously they could make another one with like the way it ended, but even if they just stopped it right there, like it's still a great show. So for sure, if you're not so sure about into Marvel or DC shows or movies, but you like drama, crime, drug, action shit, this is the show for you, dude. It's basically Sopranos if Sopranos was in like the DC universe. And Sopranos is the greatest show of all time. Hey yo. Yeah, dude. I'm trying to see. I know there's hella current events that I've missed and not talked about, but all it is like it's either something new with Diddy. There was a thing with Jay Z. I don't know. Oh yeah, and the CEO. Okay, well I'll just freestyle these two because this isn't going to be a super long episode. So there is came out that Jay Z someone filed a lawsuit or suing or whatever it's called where they alleged Jay-Z and Diddy sexually assaulted her in 2000. Now, why she would come out 24 years later, I don't know, dude. But I don't think there's a lot of validity to what she said or what she claims. Jay-Z responded with like his own, either his lawyer or he just had like a written statement of like, this is bullshit, this didn't happen. And Jay-Z has the richest lawyers in the world. So if anyone can beat the case, it's him. If there even is a case, I don't know if it's like a civil lawsuit type thing. I don't think so. I think it's just because Diddy's going down. Any person who's ever had like a shitty experience with a celebrity or more or less rapper, they're gonna just come out with like, oh well, 10 years ago he said this and it made me feel, or I think he assaulted me. So you don't know what's gonna come out. You don't know who to believe. I'm of the I'm of the mind that innocent till proven guilty. For most cases. For Diddy, I mean, he's clearly where there's smoke, there's fire. He has a lot of shit. He's most likely guilty of at least half of the shit, but he just has like allegations out the ass like every day. Every day, like 10 more come out. So after a while, it's just a money grab. People just want to get settled and get millions or whatever. But yeah, I'm kind of tired of this Diddy shit. Like either come out with the list or names or have everyone else get put up in jail or fucking just die in jail. Like I don't like hearing every 5 seconds. Diddy did this in 2002. He did this in jail. Like fucking come on, okay? Diddy's basically the Trump of 2024 because you can't stop fucking hearing about him, and the media is like dying over every little media outlet that comes out about him. Like if Diddy or Trump wasn't in the news, there'd be no fucking news. Everything's gonna have either one of them involved. And then of course you have the fuck, what's his name? Luigi. Let me look this up, dude. Because who cares? United Healthcare. Yeah, first thing that comes up when you Google it. So yeah, so the United Healthcare CEO got assassinated, and assassinated is so much funnier than assassinated. Okay, the United Healthcare CEO got assassinated in New York, just walking the streets. He either just got out of the building, or it was in broad daylight, or in the morning by some like kid. Yeah, that's a whole thing. That's a whole deal into itself. Luigi Mangione. Now, am I mispronouncing his name? Maybe. Do I care? No. He's a fucking murderer, dude. I don't give a shit if I say your name wrong. I've gone 25 years of my last name said wrong. And do I correct him every time? You bet your ass. So yeah, he just shot the guy in broad daylight or nightlight. I don't even remember when it happened. It's been like a good week since it happened. It's been 1 week. Yeah, a lot of people on the internet, of course, the internet, because the internet's not real, are like congratulating this guy, Luigi, to like, good for him. You know, my grandpa got denied health care, or he didn't get, the cure, or they didn't pay his insurance, and then he died 2 years later. It's a bunch of shit like that, where like, the health system did him wrong, or like, people with less income don't get the best benefits and the best care. I understand. He's like a vigilante to these people, but also murder's murder, dude. You don't just go out and shoot somebody, especially in the back of the head. And the guy had a family, so I feel for both sides. I can see how you're like, fuck the man. My family dies. We don't get insurance. I understand that, but also understand he's a human being with a wife and kids. Every business, every CEO does shitty things. You can't be a great guy, a great woman, and be a CEO. You just can't. That's not how business works. So it's shitty and sad, but I understand, dude. That's the game. Um, so we'll see if this guy dies in jail, because anyone who assassinates someone famous or important, they usually die in jail. But this guy, he's a hunk, so I'm sure he's gonna get women riding him and men riding him. Yeah, he does look like a terrorist in some of these pictures of him in his orange jumpsuit, prison suit, whatever you call him. On the pictures of his Instagram, or the ones that they're showing where he's like his shirt's off, he's jacked. He looks like a typical like fuck boy, and then when you see him in prison with the jumpsuit and his eyebrows and his hair, you're like, oh, this guy looks fucking like a terrorist. Yeah, crazy. He had like a terrible back. I think he had like a bad back injury, and he didn't get the right care he needed. So he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do this myself. There's nothing more American than shooting a CEO and then going straight to a McDonald's right after. I think he got caught at the McDonald's, which is like, how American is that, dude? To assassinate a CEO, and then be like, yeah, can I get the McRib? I heard it's back. Oh, thank you. Like, what's more American than that? That's the American dream, Dusty Rhodes. Hey yo. So yeah, I'm sure every day some new shit's gonna come out about this guy and this kid and his mom or whoever. But yeah, apparently a lot of CEOs, they like on websites of like companies, it'll be like CEO John Williams with a picture, maybe an email, a phone number, sometimes an address, which is fucking weird. But right after the CEO got killed, a lot of CEOs like he erased their face, face, address, number, contact information, like off of websites, off of social media, because they're scared now. So who knows, dude? Are we living in the Batman universe? Are we living in the DC universe, dude? That's crazy. But this is America, you know? Those are the main of current events that's happened since I've been back. But, I don't want to get too much into it. Just trying to keep it light. Just trying to, you know, get back in the algo, in the algorithm, because I'm back on the YouTubes. Hey, yo. Um, Dude, do I have an. Ooh, oh my God. Almost forgot. Your boy bought tickets to see Linkin Park in April. Okay? Now, everyone. I've only told like some people because I bought them like when I was going to work at like 6 a.m. And a handful of people at work were like, it's not even the real Linkin Park. There's no Chester. I'm like, bitch, Mike Shinoda is Linkin Park. Okay? As long as Mike is in the band, your boy's going to see him. I'll see Mike if he's solo. I don't even need the other five, dude. Mike Shinoda is probably my favorite musician. He writes, he raps, he sings, he DJs, he can play drums, guitar, and keyboard, dude. There's nothing he can't do. Dude, he scored the soundtrack for The Raid Redemption, one of the most badass, dope movies that's ever been made. He did the score for the soundtrack. He can do it all, okay? Mike Shinoda is my guy, so I'm seeing them in April at the Moody Center with my girl and my dad. So I'm pretty excited for that. It is months away, but shoot, I'm just waiting for that. I guess I'll end this episode with a bit. A new bit that I'm gonna work on. This literally just happened yesterday, and I don't think she's gonna watch this. And also, maybe don't show her this. But so I was at my sister's gender reveal party yesterday, and I'm sitting down with extended family. We don't really see a lot because life gets in the way, and work. But my aunt, she was on Facebook. Is she my aunt, my cousin, whatever? It's all the same shit. She's on Facebook on her phone, and she's like, I forgot what the name was or who she was talking about. She's like, oh my God, look at Katie, she's so pretty. You can't even tell she has Down syndrome. And I looked at her phone, and I immediately knew she had Down syndrome. You know, it's not hard to tell. Okay, it's not one of those things where it's like, did you do your makeup differently? Like when someone has Down syndrome, you can tell right away. Okay, it wasn't it's not like you have to like squint or like no, you can immediately tell. Okay, their mouth was open. That's their first giveaway, right there. I don't know, it's shitty, but something to work on. Cause I heard it yesterday and I immediately like wrote it in my phone because I was like, the balls to think she doesn't look like she has Down syndrome. Just to say she doesn't look like she has it is more disrespectful than just saying like, oh yeah, she has Down. Because you're lying. In a sense, you're lying because you know damn well she has it. So, that's just a premise that I'm trying to work on because I literally just wrote it down yesterday when she told us because I was like, wow, that's insane. But yeah, if you're still watching, appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Sometimes you'll have Dylan, sometimes you won't. He decides to work in West Texas and leave me hanging, dude. But, the show must go on. Yeah, it's about that time. So, y'all know what it is. Who but Stank? And I'm out.